As we continue here on from the press box to press run, of course, the civil rights game taking place a little bit later on today, and we're just getting it all into the festivities with Marie Ben-Ari joining us a little earlier. Now on the line, we're joined by a man in his 9th season in Major League Baseball, currently, of course, the starting center fielder with the Baltimore Orioles. He is Adam Jones, and he joins us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. Adam, welcome back to the program.
I appreciate it. In 9 years, time has flown by. I remember the very first day like it was yesterday.
I'm telling you, man, you're doing your thing. Of course, we caught up with you a couple of years ago back in 2011, and must say you and your teammates, the other three guys making the All-Star game last year, had a chance to talk with you there as well. Let me ask you first, man, I want to know about this Simply AJ10 Fatburger. What is that all about?
It's just a burger at this place, Abbey Burger Bistro. It's just a little dive bar in Baltimore that I like to go to. It's a little low key. They're a big time soccer bar, so I just go in there and I enjoy just having a good burger. And then I've just been accustomed to eating the same exact thing because you can create a burger, and I've always created the same thing. So I just talked to them, and they're like, yeah, just put it on the menu. But the cool part about it being on the menu is every time the burger is ordered, $1 goes to the charities of my choice. So it's a win-win. You get a good meal, and you're able to, not knowing you're helping out some kids.
No, that's great, man. I mean, that's got to feel pretty cool, right? I mean, I saw it on your Facebook page. I hadn't heard about it before, so the next time I'm in Maryland or in Baltimore, I got to come check that out. But that's got to be pretty cool having being able to give back, but also having a burger named after you, right?
That's super cool because I had some people come into town recently, and they're like, where to eat? And I just sent them right there, and I said, you better get my burger. So, it's a win-win for, the place is a good establishment, and the burger is unbelievable. And like I said, you're, while not knowing it, you're helping out some kids that you probably ain't gonna never meet. But, it's a subconscious thing that you're still giving back while feeding your face.
Absolutely. The tater tots, too. It looks really good. The voice of Orioles center fielder Adam Jones joining us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. And so, Adam, you guys are just right under 500 as we currently speak, and you're batting .290 at a 14-game hitting streak. As a matter of fact, I go back a couple of maybe last week I was watching the game. I forget who you guys were playing, but you had a couple of doubles. You were just on fire. Talk about your season to this point.
Well, it hasn't been easy. It's been a season of adjustments. Everybody it's a game of constant adjustments, and as a team, we're making those. Our schedule hasn't been the easiest, which is exactly what we want. We want to face the toughest. We want everything that you want to throw at us. I think that's what we're prepared for now. We don't want anything handed to us as a team, as an organization. I think now that we have a target on our back also because we're not a pushover. We're a team that's going to come into town and do some damage. And, teams see that nowadays. So it's been fun, the constant grind, just learning how to win, learning how, I've been here, this is my 9th year. I just got 7 full year service time about a couple of weeks ago, and it's like I said, it's still a constant adjustment in this game. You can never figure it out, and it's not for the weak. It's definitely a sport that tests your mental strength.
No question. I mean, I'm an Orioles fan. Can remember the lean years being in Maryland. Back in '89, the 21 straight game opened the season 0-21, and then even when you got there in 2008, I mean, those were some very lean years. But in 2012, you guys make it to the playoffs, and I know you're trying to duplicate that. It didn't happen for you last year, but trying to get back to at least where you were a couple of years ago. But how good does it feel now now that you're the bulk of your career has now been with the Orioles to now be one of the contenders in the American League?
Well, it's good too because I came here when it was, when they weren't when we weren't that good, and you see the organization, you see the city, we came together. Obviously, the team, a city like Baltimore, who has a good baseball tradition, they want to see a winning team, and the last couple of years we put out a product that has been well worthy of coming and watching. I would say, and they know that our team is going to give it everything they got every single night. We're not a team of excuses. We make mistakes. That's human nature. A lot of people don't like to admit when they make mistakes, but we make mistakes. But we also just grind it out and play the game the right way. And it's a tribute to how our manager, the show. He's the leader of our pack, and we follow suit.
No question about it. With that being said, obviously it's a 4-game set this weekend as part of the Civil Rights Game and weekend activities with Houston. So you're looking to get some wins here and try to at least come out on the top half, if you will, of the 4-game set against Houston. But what does it mean to you to be able to be a part of the weekend's festivities as it relates to the Civil Rights Game?
Well, as an African American, I think it's it makes me think of why am I here? What is my purpose? All the people before me that have done and have had their civil rights negated in order for me to have my civil rights nowadays. I look back on that stuff because I got family that's from the South, and I know back in when they were growing up, my father and my grandmothers, I know they didn't have all the civil liberties that we have nowadays, and it's you just try to take it in stride, and you just try to continually educate the generations because you have to you gotta inform people on what's going on. And there's a lot of people that that have no idea of their own history, especially nowadays where everybody is just caught up in irrelevancy. I would like to say, obviously, there's a broader thing, but a lot of people caught up in a lot of irrelevant things and want to be cool and want to be this instead of doing what's right and doing what would really be beneficial for others instead of just being beneficial for an individual. So I owe a lot of gratitude to all the people before me who marched, who've been sprayed with water hoses, who've been chased with dogs, who've just been treated unfairly, unjust, in order for me to be where I'm at right now. And I just, like I said, I'm in a debt of gratitude for all the people before me because I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now if it wasn't for those men and women.
Absolutely. Very well said. Of course, Orioles center fielder Adam Jones joins us here in the program. A couple of more thoughts, Adam. We appreciate the time. I mean, you've always been one to speak your mind. And, as a black ball player in the major leagues, is 8%, something like that, in terms of the players in Major League Baseball are black or African American. Do you think Major League Baseball, and we have the Civil Rights Game and there's some other initiatives that are going on, but from where you sit, is baseball doing enough to promote the games to the black community to get blacks more involved in the game? What do you think, and what do we need to do more of, if not?
Well, now it's not even 8%. It's closer to 4% nowadays. But, it's, like I said, I've been a part of a lot of, programs, RBI program I do in Baltimore. I know a lot of my boys across the league, they do theirs in their respective city. But it's not, it's not Major League Baseball's fault, I would say, because, you go, I think it starts in high school nowadays with these kids. Back in the day, I'd say even 5, 6 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, players were playing 3 sports, you play basketball, you play football, then you play basketball, and you play baseball. Nowadays, coaches, especially if you have a good ball player, a good football player, a good basketball player, you don't want him playing any other sport because you want him just winning for your team and just for your basketball team or your football team. So nowadays, I think that the kids aren't playing as many sports. They're just sticking to one due to the coaches. And I understand that coaches want to win. If you win, you get bonuses. I get all that, but I'll be damned if a coach don't tell me, you can't play this sport, you can't do this. It's not your life. This is my life. I'm out here doing what I want to do. And I try to tell kids all the time, play baseball. It's the hardest sport, and it's so much fun. But it's boring. I get that. It's super boring. It's boring. It stands still, but it's at the same time it's exhilarating. And like I said, there's I've seen it that a lot of high school coaches don't want to have their star football player playing baseball, although he's really good at baseball. No, I just want him playing for my football team so that my football team can win. It's all me. He's not thinking about the kid in terms of what this kid can really offer to any sport, because there's talented players out there that don't even play baseball because they're coaches.
Yeah, very well said. Lastly, Adam, and we appreciate the time. This year for you, you got your 1,000th hit this year. You drove in your 500th. Obviously, you're in excess now of that, but your 500th RBI of your career. How have you, just talk about how you've matured as a player, and now, as you mentioned, 7 full seasons in the major leagues?
Well, I was having a talk with my brother about this, and things have just, the first couple of years you're in the big league, just, I'm here, man, I just want to play, I just want to, grind it out. But then you realize you turn just, something that you're doing for fun and love to do, you turn that into a career, and actual, things start to accumulate. That got me. I'm about to play my 1,000th game coming up here soon. Just things have just accumulated, meaning, knock on wood, things have been pretty good. I've stayed healthy. I've been able to, stay healthy and perform is the main objective. And, I just try to go out there every single day and give it all I got, and, leave it at that. And I think that has always been, that's always been my mindset, especially when it comes to playing the game. And it's been a blessing so far. I got a lot more to go to myself, but so far it's been amazing to accumulate all this time and to meet so many good people, to I made some lifetime connections through this game. I've been able to meet some of the coolest people, talk to some of the most influential people, and see what life's really about, rather than just what everything is portrayed now, driving around in Bentleys and wearing big gold chains and all that stuff. I've seen what really is in store for me.
Outstanding. A 3-time All-Star and 3-time Gold Glove Award winner. He is Adam Jones, the center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles, and he joins us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. Adam, once again, great to catch up with you, man. Continued success in all you do.
I appreciate it, man.